Hey guys, Chris here from Kite Republic. I'm here with Antoine from J Shapes. Antoine's the designer, owner of J Shapes foils, and we've got him over in Oz for a little bit here, so I thought we'd ask him a few questions about the J Shapes range from this year. Thank you very much for coming across, Antoine. And I guess to start off with, I've got the Cruiser and the Freeride foil. Wondering if you could tell us a little bit about those shapes and who they're for.
So pretty much we have two full products in our range. Everything's interchangeable. So we could have the short mast on the other foil, they can change. It's a modular system. The main thing we want in foiling is that glide and just that pleasure, that frictionless glide. Both of those do that. This one with a shorter wing.
So that would be the higher aspect.
That's a higher aspect. So it's going to need a bit more wind, a bit more speed to get up and planing.
Yep.
Once it goes, you can hit 30 knots, but you can cruise around at 20. It's still easy to tack and jibe, gives you a lot of support, and it's got these big wingtips, which make it really stable in the carving. So really this one you want to take it, go fast and carve. That's what it's for. The Cruiser, like the name said, is made to just cruise and just be pleasant. Like everybody that gets on the Cruiser has been like, that was my
come off the water with a smile.
They've got a smile. Like, it was easy, it was good. They probably hit their first tacks maybe, and it just glides. And you don't need the speed. You can go slow. You can look at your kite. You can look around, and it's going to be just a pleasure. But it can still accelerate. We're also marketing it in surfing. So just if you've got a 2-3 foot mushy wave,
yep,
you can take it for a surf, and it's really fun.
Yeah, because they do cross over, yeah? That sort of slower riding, stable, sort of low aspect, nice, good bit of lift. It's what a surfer wants, and that's how we want to learn our kite foiling too. So
and same thing, yeah. New Zealand and Australia, we have amazing waves. Wave intervals usually 12, 13 seconds minimum, 2 to 3 feet. Mm-hmm. And both of these foils are just really fun to play with in the waves.
Perfect. So for our guys that are looking at what they're going to start on, what they're going to progress into, etc. So I'm gathering from what you've just said, the Cruiser is going to be that super easy. It'll get you going, slower speed, and just fun, slow, cruisy foiling, and also crosses over beautifully onto the surf and sup side of foiling.
Exactly.
And then with the Freeride, still gonna learn quite easily on the Freeride. Is that?
Yeah, you can definitely learn on the Freeride. You can start with a shorter mast. Mm-hmm. If you've got a shallow water spot, a lot of places. If you've got really onshore wind, the tall mast makes it hard to get off the beach.
Yep.
The 70 mast will really make it a lot easier.
Okay, so you can pop that across onto the Freeride, but then the Freeride's going to allow you to get more speed.
Exactly. And
I think you were mentioning that the wingtips allowing you to carve really well.
Yeah.
So
when you're getting speed, you need that travel to correct and to go through waves, through chop.
Yep.
And that's really where you want, a bit of length in your mast. So we're at 95 centimeters from here to here.
Yes.
So you can go through chops through wave and it'll play. Mm-hmm. The 70, once you start getting a bit of speed, it's hard to keep the wing in the water all the time.
Yeah,
so if you want any speed,
room for error at water height's going to be
reduces a lot.
Next to nothing. Perfect. And now I guess the other thing, there are so many foils on the market nowadays. There's from your pure aluminium, basically starting out foil super cheap, through to super high end race foils that change every second week. In terms of our customers looking at J Shapes, comparing them to sort of the standard foils coming in from what you'd say the major brands in kiteboarding over the years have been, what's the difference and what can they expect the different feel to sort of be from J Shapes?
So what really is important to me is the quality and the sensation. Having been in water sports for 25 years, that's what I like. And I like to be able to trust my product. I don't go easy on my gear.
Yeah.
You can jump this stuff. You can play with it.
Couldn't believe it when you were showing us before, and we're all carefully putting stuff around. You're like, no, that's fine. Look at this, hammering it on things.
So that's what I want people to do with the gear. I build gear for myself first, and then if I like it, somebody else would probably like it as well.
Yep.
And I think that really comes across in the product, and just playing with it that's what I want you to do with the gear.
Yeah.
We spend a lot of time, getting the construction right. That's why we simplified the whole system. 4 bolts, carbon and stainless steel. All the inserts go through both skins.
Mm-hmm.
So what that means, your box is connected top and bottom through all the layers. So like your bottom connection here goes to the bottom of the foil, through all of your fuselage, and through both skins of your mast.
Yep.
So all 4 pieces that are in here are all connected together.
Okay.
So what that does, it just brings peace of mind. It's just gonna work. Same thing, the tuttle box. Great thing about the tuttle box, fits into the board. It's frictionless underneath the board, so when the board's on the water,
Yeah.
it's just gonna keep gliding. There's no friction. Really key on the surfing side.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be touching down a lot. And it's connected to both skins of the boards. So when the foil goes through, it's attached top and bottom. So that's where it gets all that strength. It can't move. It's really bonded to 2 skins.
Yeah. Awesome. And so yeah, I guess in terms of looking to jump from a foil that you're already on, a standard basic sort of foil, jumping up into the carbon range, can you describe the sort of feel difference or anything as you jump into into a full carbon setup as opposed to sort of an aluminium or more basic setup?
So pretty much what carbon brings to a product usually is liveliness. That's what, when we think of carbon, we think of light and strong.
Yeah.
And it creates reactivity. So these foils are light. So a mass is just over 1 kilo, and same thing for a foil.
Mm-hmm.
So your foil is about 2.3, 2.4 kilos.
All right.
So you're really light and extremely strong.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't have all these connection systems, or just really clean.
Yeah.
All the carbon strands go across every seam, and that just brings glide. And it goes back to what we want in foiling is just that pure glide.
That freedom.
That freedom.
Awesome. And just to finish off, we've got 2 of the boards at the back here. I might, rather than grabbing them out, I might just pop the foil off to the side there. If you could just run us through I guess if you could run us through the J-Shapes boards for this year. I know you mentioned you grabbed a wrong one as you were coming across to Oz yesterday, but if you could just talk us through basically what you want out of a board and why J-Shapes is using this shape.
Yeah. So pretty much what we want on the bigger entry-level boards is ease. So what you want to do when you're starting is you want to be comfortable when you're on your board.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we've got all this nose rocker that goes all the way past the front foot. So when you're on the board, it's going to just keep breaking those waves, and you can keep your foil down.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to make it easier. Same thing on the touchdown, gives you a lot of rocker.
Yeah.
Without too much. So if you come down, you'll tap.
Yeah.
And you can come back up.
Not expecting a massive straight off the front nose dive if you
Exactly.
accidentally touch down.
Once you're up and riding, you've got big bevels on both sides, and that's going to keep just the water flow smooth.
Mm-hmm.
And the thinner rails helps you get the board on your feet. If you
Yeah.
have too much volume on the rails, it's really hard to dig at the rail and get the board on.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Same thing construction, we've got 2 construction. So this is a full glass, so both of them are full sandwich, they're half sandwich. So the whole deck is PVC with a high density EPS core. Same thing on the free ride, but with a full carbon sandwich. So you can expect the small 135 free ride to weigh about 3 kilos, and the 145 about 4 kilos.
Yeah. Awesome. And you were telling me earlier, basically everything will come as standard with the tuttle box.
Yep.
That was going to be the standard. However, as you have ultimate control over and can build these to fit customers, you mentioned you could basically put the rails in, put the tuttle box in, have them both, whatever the customer was after. So a pretty cool little thing to be able to tweak.
That's one of the things with J-Shapes, we do everything in-house. Even the tuttle boxes are built in-house. And if we don't build them, we get them from reputable supplier. So all the rails, everything, all the inserts are Chinook.
Yeah.
Which is a known brand. They've been doing it for years and have a good product.
Perfect.
All the stainless, if we use any stainless components, will be 316.
Yeah.
So it's not going to rust.
Yeah.
Well,
And,
everything will rust a bit,
and
but
just on that one quickly, you were talking through that with me a few minutes ago, and you were saying, you know, the carbon to stainless basically just leaves no ability to rust through
Right.
there. Is yeah, again, you know, obviously you've got to have carbon to have that, but a pretty huge benefit there.
So as far as maintenance on these, there is no maintenance. It's better if you rinse your gear.
Mm-hmm.
I never do. I don't take the time to do it.
Call it R&D.
But it's gonna be fine.
Perfect.
You don't have to do any maintenance. Same thing on the board. Nothing will rust. All the inserts are Chanel plastic, so they're self-tapping.
Mm-hmm.
Put a screw in. If you rip out the screw, rip out the insert, just put a bigger screw in.
Awesome.
Last thing, yep, mast. It's got 4 modular inserts. So if you put in your thread sideways, doesn't matter. You can just push it out and replace it.
Oh, easy. Okay. Beautiful. Well, thank you very much for
Thank
joining
you.
us and for making the flight across with all the
Yeah,
gear
no,
to show
pleasure.
us. And guys, if you're interested in trying any of the J-Shapes foils, make sure you drop into Kite Republic and grab a demo. Cheers for watching.